Good day everyone, I'm Brittany and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you the process I did for creating the pattern for the latest release, the Magic Mini Mannequin. Now, doing this was just my first draft of the pattern and I wanted to start with something really accurate to my actual dress form that I used to create the half scale patterns. And best way I could figure doing that was to saran wrap the entire form to protect it from the tape, and then I'm using masking tape to cover the entire half of the mannequin there. Then I could do my lines with ease and be able to cut them out later. This would make it an exact replica of the actual form. Originally, I did do an armhole seam, like where I'm taping right now. I did an armhole just over where the plate is, the metal plate that's there. Later, I had to change that in the pattern. I did about 3 mock-ups of this dress form pattern. So if you ever want to experiment with really tight-fitting form bodices and you have a full-size dress form, this is a good method to do that with, to make those tight boned bodices. This gives you like minimal ease at all. So really cool technique to use. Masking tape is a brilliant invention. So here I'm just plotting out the seam lines that I want to do and marking out important areas like the hip and the bust point, making some balance lines there. And I needed to end the form in some fashion. So I'm drawing a line of where I wanted the form to stop and where you'd stuff to and make my hem from that. So those are my final markings, and I've labeled them with, you know, side front, center front, just so that I knew where they would go. And that was super satisfying, cutting out that saran wrap and lifting off the form afterwards. So there is a little bit of ease that needed to be put into the form because fabric moves and shifts and you want it to fit tightly but still easy to test out. So it took some figuring for sure. Like, this isn't the exact pattern that I ended up with. So I'm just cutting along my lines. Some of them were very messy, so we're gonna do some tidying up. And you can see where I've done that armhole. When I was sewing that though, I quickly realized how difficult it was gonna be. Like, I already had the neck top to do, and just doing 2 armholes on top of that, like, it just took way too long, and I knew that most people would just give up. So I scrapped that idea and we ended up with a straight over the armhole and down the side seam. So it's much simpler to accomplish for anyone who's, you know, from a beginner sewer to a expert. Really, this form is super easy to do, and you learn some valuable things like a princess seam. Yeah, so this is the final first draft of my pattern. From then I went on to complete the pattern lessons, and here's a quick preview of that. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. You can take the Magic Mini Mannequin course now on Skillshare, and also if you join us on Patreon, it's included in your Maven and Apprentice level membership. Thanks guys, happy sewing, and I'll speak to you next time.